Okay, we are live streaming.
Awesome. It's
Hello,
9 o'clock.
everybody. We'll be getting started in just a second here. We're getting everybody in. Hope everybody had a fabulous Monday. Sorry. Okay, it looks like we got people in. So, hello, everybody. My name is Harlequin Murray. I am your team leader, or one of your team leaders for some of you. Excuse me. I see some of my new members on here, so welcome to you guys, and welcome to anybody who is new to our team. We're excited to have you join us and excited to get to know you. But again, my name is Harlequin Murray. I'm your co-host this evening, as I am every Monday night, along with Miss Ellen Winn, who is my enroller. But anyways, just a little bit about Ellen for those of you who are here for the first time. Um, Ellen has grew up in Dallas, Georgia, not Texas, on her family's farm and lives on that property today. But anyway, she has a long experience with a bunch of different things. She worked in the restaurant industry for quite a while and worked worked her way up in the Domino's Pizza organization where she was overseeing most of the stores in the state of Georgia and was responsible for training for a lot of those stores as well. But she ended up deciding that she had had enough of the corporate life and started her own pizza chain. She had two locations that she started up, but anyways, she has left that industry, went into network marketing, and has been doing that for many years. Whenever I met her, she was the national training director for a network marketing company and was doing phenomenal with that. But she currently owns a limousine company and an insurance agency that she's had. She's been doing that for a while now, and she's been with DAC for 7 years and is one of the top leaders in the company. So we're fortunate to have her as our team leader. And anyways, without further ado, Miss Ellen, are you ready to get going?
I need about 2 more minutes. So if you want to tell something that you're excited about from today's Zoom, I've got something I want to add to our presentation that I normally don't do. So if you'll give me just a couple of minutes to finish that sorting process, I'll be ready to go.
Okay. So
Thank
I
you.
get to talk more, huh? All right. Well, I am super excited. For those of you who are not aware of it, we have the learning management system that has been put into place so that we can all get certified. And we all need to do that. Otherwise, we don't get paid nearly as much. And that's going to be coming up soon. But I'm excited that everybody is going to be going through that training process because most of the time it's been left to your upline, and not everybody's upline is active. So you guys are fortunate that you're on Ellen's team and we have this opportunity available for you. But anyways, there are some major changes coming to the compensation plan, and David kind of outlined some of those today.
I'm going to break those down in detail in just a little bit so you don't
I
have to do
figured as much. That's why I wasn't going over the details,
that.
but I got my list of details just in case. But anyways, so yeah, there's going to be a lot of changes and looking forward to it because, in the past there were times that, if you had done, you had had several fundings and you weren't currently active, you wouldn't get overrides. So now you're going to be more likely to get those. So anyways, but does anybody have any questions or, if you're able to, we'd love to see your smiling face on camera. Um, I know we've got some new people here. I know I've got at least a couple of brand new people. So, anyways, but yeah, and if
Okay.
you ready, Miss Ellen?
Yeah, I'm
'Cause
sorry to leave you
it's
hanging on
hard to
that one.
talk it's hard to talk about something when I can't give out details because you're about to give out details.
I know, I know. Well, you're gonna like what I just did, or what I just added here, and we're gonna make this a
Okay, good.
thing, okay? All right. Hey, let me get on camera here so I can see everybody, or y'all can see me. I know we got new people joining us each week. So, hey everyone, glad to see you. Thank you for your patience. Thanks for hey Tom, glad to see you on here. I got a message from your other half earlier today, and glad to see you're able to join us. Say,
They're actually both there, Miss Ellen.
awesome. Well, Tom waved at me, and he's the one that I can see in the window here.
Oh, okay.
Good, good. Um, we've got some good stuff going on in DAC, and Harlequin, I appreciate you doing that impromptu there to kill a couple of minutes at the beginning of this. But as I was going through, we're talking about the new LMS system, and I'll cover some notes in a minute, and you'll see why I'm going to add this to the presentation. But let me get us over into screen share mode, and I'll go through what I wanted to cover tonight, and then we'll do Q&A at the end. I do need to make sure I do one thing here, though. I think I got that out of order. I know I did. Yes. Now I got it ready. Sorry, I'm not normally out of order like this when we get started, guys. Apologize. Okay, here we go. Screen share. All right. Kicking off DAC's home-based business opportunity, right? I'm not going to go through the presentation, but for those of you that are new, I go through this slide, same similar slide most weeks, simply because repetition is the mother of learning. And the more you see and hear something, the more it becomes second nature, right? So starting a home-based funding business with DAC gives you full-time income potential. You can start part-time, no investment required. We're going to give you website systems and training is all provided, right? And why so many people love the DAC opportunity. One, no license required. As long as you're following the rules and referring agents over like we teach you in the certification training, you don't need a license and you're not going to have to worry about breaking any of the rules, right? It's free to start. You can earn daily commissions. You can earn agency team overrides too if you decide to build a team, and you can work from home or anywhere you choose. So the DAC business is totally flexible, scalable, and I love it because it's online. I can work from home. I can work from my phone. I can take calls on the golf course, which I often do. And it really works for me and my lifestyle. So as you get started as a DAC funding broker, you got three options. You can start out as a solo broker and you can continue on as a solo broker, doing your own thing, going and getting your own clients and just being out here talking to business owners and introducing yourself, letting them know what we have available. You can also build a team, which is what I did on day one. I invited someone to join me, and he joined me to look at the business opportunity just after I got started. And by the end of my first 30 days, I had over 300 people on my team because I started inviting some people that I thought would get excited about the opportunity. So you can be that broker enroller. And if you enroll the correct people, you'll be an agency builder too. Whatever level of involvement you want to take is totally up to you. We have systems in place to help new people get started with or without your help. If you help them and you coach and mentor along the way, you'll probably make a lot more money and your team will continue evolving and growing nationwide as mine has, as Harlequin has. I'm that agency builder that's in it for the long haul. I've been with DAC for 7 years. You're all getting my emails. I send an email to every new person that joins the team. So whether I personally enrolled you or whether you're 10, 20 levels deep in my organization, when I pull the daily list, sometimes multiple times a day, I add everybody that is new to the organization to my email. Now, I'm not trying to step on your toes. If you're wanting to be a leader, I want you to take on that role. Harlequin can vouch for me when I find someone that's asking for my assistance. I typically go see whose upline they're in and or whose downline they're in. And many times I'll reach out to Harlequin and I'll say, hey, so and so, I believe they're on your team. They're asking for help. Can you reach out to them? And I pass that back to the active leaders in the team if that is what you're wanting to do. So I'm certainly not trying to be the leader for everybody, but I can tell you this, the email communication that I send out and that big team support that I provide, that umbrella of support that I provide, it helps a lot of fledglings along the way because so many people get started under someone who may not even be active anymore. Maybe they found a YouTube video from 2 years ago, signed up through someone's link that is barely hanging on because they're almost getting cut off because they haven't renewed their business, but their link is still active. Those are the people that I'm here to support and make sure that they know that they've got a real person that they can talk to, not just our incredible support team through DAC Corporate. Okay. So, whichever path you want to go, we're here to support you as long as you're willing to go get certified, get trained, and follow the systems. And that's all that we can ask. Okay. If you're going to be a team leader, we've got some top recruiters for the week of 721 through 727. In first place, we had DAC Funding Solutions, Pam Warnock. I believe Pam has been in that number 1 or 2 spot for 3 weeks in a row. Congratulations, Pam. 4 new agents enrolled. In second spot, we've got Experience the World with Class, Harry Cameron LLC, and Jabari Williams, all tied with 2 new enrollments for last week. Many of us had just 1 new recruit. You had to have 2 or more to be listed on the top recruiters list here. But if you had a new agent, new broker join your team, congratulations to you for getting the word out. If you didn't, but you've been having conversations and inviting people to look at the presentation, congratulations for getting out of the starting gate and having those conversations. It's just a matter of time before your team starts growing and before you have 2 or more and qualify to be listed by name on the top recruiters list. Okay. So here's what I was doing as we delayed the meeting. I thought, I'm looking at all these new people getting started, and it shows whether you are certified or not in our team list now. So everybody in my organization, I can pull reports and I can tell whether you're certified or not. It shows it on your personal dashboard as to whether you're personally certified, but your team list shows whether someone's certified. So I want to congratulate these 4 new agents that got started in that same time frame we just went through, 721 through 727. These new agents have already gone through their certification training and are certified brokers. So congratulations, Latoya Nichols, the Right Collective, Cody Stewart, and John Watson. Congratulations to all of you guys for getting started, getting out of the gate the right way, following the training that is sent to you after you receive your welcome letter. If you have not gone through this and you're brand new, here's what happens. Everybody receives a welcome letter the day that they get started, the minute it's instantaneous, the minute you get signed up as a DAC broker, right? Shortly thereafter, once you're in the DAC system, then our LMS system is going to send you out an invitation to start your certification. So it'll be a second email that you receive from support. If you're new and you didn't see that so that you could go get certified, make sure you're checking your spam folder and look for all messages from support@davidallencapital.com. You have to have that invitation email where they've generated your information in the LMS for you to go in and set a password. You're always going to log in with your agent ID number, not the username that you created when you signed up. It's going to be your agent ID number, that numerical ID number, and then you're going to create a password when you initially go in to the first time to go into that LMS certification system. So excited about that. Now, as Harlequin alluded to, we had some great updates on today's call. In fact, David touched on the updates that were covered in the email that went out. So I want to go through that because I know most of you aren't able to be on that daytime call. And we'll give you guys the opportunity to get your questions answered, whether you're learning about it as I go through it on the slide, or whether you got the email earlier today and you've already read through it and want to make sure you got an opportunity to get your questions answered. So in your email, it looks like this. The subject line is Funders Fuel July 28th edition, game changing comp plan. Okay. Few announcements from this. Are you seeing that email screen, Harlequin? Okay, great. Thank you. All right. So as we're closing out July and setting the tone for a strong August, this is a season when serious business owners prepare for fall inventory, holiday traffic, and year-end expansion. So that means that funding needs are rising, and so is the opportunity for you. But don't wait for momentum. You need to be the one creating that momentum. So let's dive into what's happening. What's new this week? Well, guys, if you've been paying attention for the past 3 months, we've been doing Tuesday night and Thursday night business opportunity overviews. That has ended. So tomorrow there will not be a Tuesday night and Thursday night overview. We announced that last week that those are going to be stopping. We're going to go to a once per month overview event that's going to be announced this coming Friday on the DAC agent update Zoom. Okay, so no more twice a week evening presentations like we were doing. We're finding that the majority of new agents are actually getting started from the website. We can tell this by the numbers and looking through the numbers of people that are showing up on the Zooms, comparing that to who's already an agent, who happens to be a guest. And we're seeing that the website is an effective tool. I know that's the tool that I use 99.9% of the time. People that have signed up with me are watching the video on the website, because for me, if I've got someone that's interested, I want to go ahead and get the website presentation out to them rather than having them wait until there's a live meeting. Either that or doing a presentation one-on-one. And I honestly I don't do those as a beginner. I want the web tools to do the presentation for me so that new agents can see how simple it is to do the invitation and then send them to the presentation that's recorded. And it's got 100% of the same information 100% of the time because it's recorded and it's repeating. Nothing gets left out in the presentation, and it's always the perfect presentation. So update on that on this coming Friday. That is your partner page, davidallencapital.com/partner/your ID number. Okay. Now, what Harlequin talked about earlier is the compensation enhancements, and this is really exciting. David is evolving our model to reflect more of a broker agency culture. We've been building a business that was based on ranks and creating X number of people in your team that reached a certain rank. And, Harlequin mentioned my experience in network marketing, and our compensation model has been more on that side of the house, more of a network marketing type compensation structure. Well, we're moving more to an agency broker compensation structure. It's still getting paid multiple levels, but you're not going to have to go have multiple people get to a certain level. It's really going to be based on your personal production and the production of your personal agents. That's where the bulk of your money is going to come from. Yes, you'll still earn on your entire team, have the ability to earn on your entire team, but you're going to need to be getting clients. That's always been the case with DAC, is go get personal clients, and that's where you're going to make the bulk of your money. You can earn overrides on your personal agents without having personal clients, but you only earn a fraction of what you would earn if you had personal clients. So here's what we're going to show. David talked about the personal commission ladder. You'll be able to climb from 40 up to 80% by helping more clients and accumulating bonus revenue. Once you hit a level, you're going to keep it. Right now, we've got the rank advancement on the 30 and 60-day cycle, but 30-day cycle getting amped up. That personal commission ladder is going to be enhanced so that you can earn those higher commission levels and keep them there. There's also going to be spread overrides where you earn the difference between your level and your team's levels. For example, if you've hit that 70% level because of your personal production, and you have a broker somewhere in your team who's at 40%, you'll earn the difference between your 70% and the 40% that they're qualified at. So that means you'll get a 30% override on the bonus revenue of their clients. And 30% bonus override, override on the bonus revenue is a whole lot more money than 30% of the matching commission that we used to earn. So a little change in terminology and a change in the way the numbers are going to be paid out. But I know our compensation plan as it is today, backwards and forwards, and I can tell you that it's going to be a lot more cash in your pocket. So you want to go get yourself qualified and start inviting people to take a look at the business opportunity, because there's significant money on the table if you're going to get certified and start talking to clients. If their client produces $3,000 in bonus revenue and they earn $1,200, you're going to earn $900 override. Okay. So remember, right now it's a 10% match on what they earn. So if they earn $1,200, you would earn a 10% match at 120. But with this new compensation, where we're talking about bonus revenue, 3,000 in bonus revenue here, they earn 1,200. At that 40%, you're at 70%. So you're making a 30% of the bonus revenue commission. 30% of 3,000 is $900. So that is a lot of money to be made. The money's all getting paid out. David said the way they're doing this right now, there is what's considered breakage in place. Breakage is simply money that is built into the compensation plan, but if someone is not qualified to earn, if an enroller is not qualified or an up team leader is not qualified to earn those override commissions, the company has been keeping that money. That's what's considered breakage. It's breakaway money that gets paid to no one, so the company keeps it. He is eliminating a lot of that by putting this out where you're going to earn the difference in your level and the level of people in your team. So I'm excited about that, having been here for 7 years and a huge team and a lot of funding's going on in my organization. I'm pretty confident that I just got a significant pay raise. We're also going to have 5th level override pay. You'll be able to earn compensation on 5 levels in your team's bonus revenue. You're going to qualify by having personally enrolled, qualified, certified brokers. Qualified and certified means they're getting clients. Certified means they've gone through the LMS training. So no more complex team balancing and again, having to have this person at certain levels and all of that. So just want to focus on producing personal clients and developing the front line of your agency. Now, real important to note on what we just covered on compensation. I know as much as you know from just listening to what I read through. Okay. David talked about it today. We asked a few questions, but he couldn't go into detail. So he said, before he announced it today, he said, look, the support team doesn't even know anything about the comp plan. I haven't given them the documents yet. He said, so what I'm telling you is fresh on the table. Do not email support. They have been instructed not to answer any compensation related questions until the official rollout. In fact, they don't have the details, so they truly don't know either. So full documentation and training will be provided when the new plan launches. David said he has it ready to go, but it's not, and he's already sent it over to the programmers that program our back office, which is the driver for the compensation plan, the activity in the back office. That's ready to go. So he knows what the comp plan is, but it's not going to go live until the programmers on our back office system say, okay, compensation is working. He'll test it. And as soon as he has tested it and knows that it's working as it should work, he'll turn it on. And at that point, We'll go through the training, we'll go through the new PDF documents, and we'll all be 100% in the know. So I don't know any more than what I just covered. So as we go to Q&A, I won't be able to answer any specific questions about the compensation. What I do know is on that LMS certification, it's going to be required. It is live now. As I said earlier, all new brokers receive a welcome letter, and then shortly after, like within seconds or within minutes of receiving that welcome letter, they're also receiving that LMS certification invitation. So they're going to have to get certified, and it will be immediate when they pull the trigger on this, which is when the compensation plan goes live. When it pulls the trigger, it's going to be immediate. That if you are not certified and they make that a requirement that you have to be certified, then you'll be considered a referral partner, not a certified broker. And referral partners only make 10% of the bonus revenue. So if you want to get full compensation, go get yourself certified. Takes less than 3 hours. As you saw, I announced 4 new agents that got signed up. I see someone that signed up today and has already gotten certified. So it's not a problem, and it's not hard to do if you just buckle down, get a pen and paper out, go through, take good notes, and take the compensation, not training, the test at the end of each segment. If you fail the test, you can take it again until you pass. Okay, so just take the time to do it. You'll be better for doing that, and you'll be out of the gate ready to make full compensation immediately. Okay. Also, this week the LMS curriculum is going to be expanding. They're going to be adding the customer acquisition strategy, funding outreach philosophy, and real talk scripts and scenario coaching. We've had a lot of requests for that. And we've got that coming live. So if you're already certified, these new lessons are going to be appearing in your LMS dashboard soon. If not, go get certified, and then they will drop as soon as they're unlocked in that LMS center. Okay. And then the pro tip: who needs funding in August? Prep and push the month for many, but it's a prep and push month for many business owners. So some of the retail industries you want to look at are retailers that are preparing for back to school and fourth quarter inventory. Landscapers and contractors are buying material ahead of fall projects. Medical and dental practices upgrading equipment before year end so that they've got that tax deduction. Gyms and studios are launching fall promos and seasonal marketing. So there's a tip for you on 4 industries to approach as being hot industries for needing funding. Okay. All right. So that's the wrap up. As this is your email. If I went through this too fast, just go back. You've got a copy of this in your email. Reminder: tomorrow we got team building training. Wednesday we've got business funding focus training. No Zooms on Thursday, and then Friday our broker support and update call. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go off screen now and go back to questions. I saw Ray has a hand up. Hey Ray, how are you doing tonight?
Hey Ellen, how you doing?
Excellent. Thank you.
I have several questions. I won't hope I don't be too long. But first I want to say that I've finished my certification and I got my certification today.
Congratulations. Thanks for sharing that.
You're welcome. Well, I know that they're going to be doing the calls for starting once a month now. Will that be also for the Wednesday funding call as well? Will there still be a Wednesday funding?
Oh yeah, the only thing that's moving to once a month is the business opportunity presentation. So thanks
Okay,
for asking that so I could clarify. Yeah, so we've been doing twice a week, Tuesday and Thursday night BizOp presentations,
right.
and it's going away. So that's what's going to go to once a month.
Okay. And then my other questions I had was so um I was listening to no I reading an email from today about the new curriculums that you just addressed.
Mhm.
So since I'm now I've received my certification, will I have to get another certification for the new curriculums, or how does
Well,
that work?
you're considered certified. It'll just be additional training, and I'm not sure how that's going to show up in the back office yet because that hasn't dropped for any of us to take yet. But once you're certified with the basic, you'll be considered a certified broker. This additional training, I'm sure folks like yourself and myself, those of us that are already certified, we're going to be looking forward to those next segments that we can go through and learn more and do the additional training and testing on those. So
Okay.
more to come on that as it drops.
Okay. And the last two questions I had, so for the LMS in the back office, like when we're doing the quizzes, are we able to print those out? Can we print like when we're done and where we see where we have made anything incorrect or correct? Can we print those out, or we're not? Are we able to, or no?
That's a good question. I haven't tried that. Harlequin, can you play with that and see if it'll allow you to print it? I know you could probably do print screen, or you can probably do something like I use with screenshots, but I don't know. You might be able to hit print and save it as a PDF.
Okay.
I,
Harlequin can play
And
with that.
the
Ellen,
last,
here,
go
one
ahead.
second, if we can go back to that. I was trying to type an answer to somebody in the chat. So
Uh-huh.
what is it that we're trying to get printed?
Yeah, so Ray's wanting to know if while we're taking the test, can we go in and print the quizzes? Do we have the ability to print the quizzes out so that we can see what we missed, what was right, add it to a notebook, whatever. Can you log into your LMS and see if you can print one of those while we're
Okay,
talking?
yeah.
Okay. Yep, thank you. All right, and was another question there, Ray?
Yeah, so in the training that I was doing, I was listening to one of his videos when he was speaking about the, as far as the email marketing and policy. And I know he mentioned like if you're going to use email marketing that you had to include your physical address. So in regards to the physical address, would it be okay to use like your PO box or like a virtual address if you didn't want to use your personal physical address, or would they rather you use a physical?
Well, it needs to be a physical address where they can mail information to you saying,
Mm-hmm.
quit doing this. So they're not going to show up at your door, but they need to be able to mail you. In addition to replying to your email, they need to physically be able to mail something to you.
Okay, so would PO box be okay if they can?
If you do a PO box, here's what I would do, and it's kind of cheating the system, but go look up the street address for your post office and use that street address and add suite number, whatever your PO box is. So if your PO box 500, go add the street address for your post office and do suite number 500, city, state, and zip code, and it looks like a physical address, even though it's a PO box, but without putting PO box in front of it.
Okay, that's my last question. Thank you, Ellen. Thank you,
Oh, you're
Oliver.
welcome. You're welcome for that.
Yeah.
What you
Okay,
got,
and
Harlequin?
I did determine you can either go and whenever you can get the details of your quiz. So it'll give you what the question was, what you answered, what the correct answer is. You can go and either highlight and do Control P and save it as a PDF, or you can just do Control P, but then you get some additional stuff at the bottom. So yeah, you can definitely go and save that and um, print it out if you want.
Awesome. Thanks for looking into that. Thanks for the question, Ray. Norma, got your hand up. How are you tonight?
Good
Yep.
evening, everybody. I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much for asking. Hope you're doing great too.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. So, thank you to Ray for asking that question on the being able to save the responses, because that was also something that I was wondering. I'm like, well, this is really helpful and something that I'd like to add to my binder. So, like quick memory joggers. So what I ended up doing was I ended up saving each one of those as a screenshot, and then that allowed me to save it as an image to my computer. Um, and that was mainly for some of like the funding ones. That was like really helpful, especially like for the quiz on the lines of credit and the different criteria for that. So that was helpful. I also did notice that somebody in the Facebook group page asked a question concerning some inconsistencies. And it was, interestingly enough, I was going through the modules at that time, so I was able to compare in her post what was the something about the minimum FICO being one thing, and then it's stating that it's another. So that was actually true. And I was
It
getting
was.
ready to respond to her, and I did not. It got saved as a draft because I was drafting it up on my emails to copy and paste onto the Facebook page. But she is right that there are some inconsistencies there. It wasn't major, but the inconsistency basically was in the module, it indicated that the minimum score, for example, might be like a 680, whereas on the application page, it was a 675, or vice versa. So it wasn't something major, but I think her biggest issue was like, how do I handle that? I'm going to seem like I don't know what I'm talking about, when I present this information to the business owner, and then whatever's listed in the guidelines or whatever cheat sheet, it's a little different than what is appearing on the application page. Personally, I come across things like that because guidelines change consistently in the
Mhm.
mortgage world. So I have no problem saying, oh, that just needs to be updated, or, they, to be conservative, they disclose that it could be this amount, but internally sometimes they will go down, and it's on a case by case scenario. But to be conservative, we just let everybody know that the minimum credit score is 680 or what have you. That is all I have today, you guys. Thank you so,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much.
No, thank you. And you're absolutely right. When I was going through certification, I found some inconsistencies. Like it would say, and actually, one of them was 685 was what the quiz was. But on everything else, it was saying 680.
Yeah.
And yeah, there were a few of those. And I brought that to David's attention. They went in and corrected everything that I had pointed out. So any of you, if you find something that it doesn't match in the testing as to what the website says, because our website should be consistent with what we're going through on the LMS certification as well, and the quick reference sheets, if there's an inconsistency in there, certainly send an email to support. Do it through your back office. Log into your back office and then do contact DAC support. Send a message in there and be very specific as to where you're finding the inconsistency. If it's in a quiz question, make sure you list what section of the quiz it is, and maybe highlight that entire question and be able to point it out and say, here's the question, here's the answer, but our website gave this number. So that's what the customer facing information is different than what we're testing, or the quick reference guide shows something different. Point those things out, because it's a work in progress. It's certainly not perfect yet. They're tweaking the LMS, making sure that the information is consistent, and also that it's not ambiguous. I know one of the questions that I answered it wrong. I went back and I reread the question, and I'm going, okay, well, based on the answer, the question wasn't very specific. So I pointed that out, and he clarified the question. So those little things, we're going to find those, and it takes all of us as a team working together to do that. I would say, if you see something like that in the Facebook group, maybe give that brief explanation that I just gave. Say, hey, it's beta. The
Yep.
LMS is in beta mode right now. So let that person that's asking in the Facebook group know, hey, point these inconsistencies out through support through your back office so that our support team can take a look at it, and if a correction is needed, they'll be making those adjustments.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And again,
Yes.
thanks for reminding us that this is beta, right? Because that's exactly what that means. It's not going to be perfect. This just got rolled out. So they're really relying on us to give back this input. So thank you again for that. And also just to add to the lines of credit, our understanding as per the module is that it is 12 months, but I did see a section where it says that if you go back to the training module, it actually says that it in some cases it could be up to 24 months. However, if you go on the cheat sheet, it says that it's up to 12 months only, I believe. So those are some of the things, and I guess that we have to remember also it's case by case, and it's not going to be exactly the same for every business owner.
That's right, because he shows that the lowest credit score is 550. However, we can go as low as 500 on a case by case basis. But like you said earlier, kind of setting that higher expectation so that we're given that opportunity. Because a lot of people are going to apply, even though we tell them what the low credit score is, they're going to apply even if they're under that because they think their credit is higher than it actually is when they pull the Experian report. So that leaves a little bit of room for error on that as well. But yeah, thank you. And I will say this for you. Congratulations for being so focused on and so attentive to the details, because those details really make a difference. And it's folks like you and Harlequin and myself and many other agents out here who pick up on those details, and though it may seem insignificant to some, to others, it may be huge. So thank you for being a team player in that and pointing those out so that we can all make it better.
You're welcome. Thank you too. Have a blessed evening, everyone. Thank you.
You bet. You as well. Thank you. All right. Well, we've got Tom up. Let me lower a hand there. Hey, Tom, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I hope you are.
I am. Thank you.
I'm glad to be a part of this, and
Is that a DAC certificate on the wall behind you?
that's it. That's
I
it.
thought so. Yeah, I love
We're
it.
there. We're there.
All
Yeah,
right. And Lynette has one up too. Congratulations to both of you.
I wanted
Yes.
to just reach out and give congratulations. Hannah also got her certification this last week as well. So
Awesome.
kudos to the two ladies here. I'm really excited and proud that they're on my team here. So we're moving forward. Quickly, a question, since the live overviews are no longer except for once a month beginning next month, do we send prospects to the overview on YouTube channel, or do we go to the YouTube channel and share the overview? How does that work?
Neither one. You
Okay,
want to
help
send
me.
them
Help
directly
me.
to your website. Okay. Here's the thing. When you send people to YouTube,
Right.
YouTube puts all this garbage in the
That
footer.
was my
Okay.
concern.
Yep, and they could potentially go in and start searching YouTube and find something that another agent has posted up there. So you always want to keep them in that controlled environment, which is on your David Allen Capital page. So you can do one of two things. You can go back to your welcome letter and look at all of your links
Right.
and look at the recruiting link that's in there,
The
or
partner link,
the
right?
simple way is to just go to davidallencapital.com, and then in the bottom right hand corner it says become a broker. When you click on that link, it's going to take you to the short overview, that 4-minute overview.
Gotcha.
And all you need to do is add your ID number to the address that's displayed in your browser window. Once a page opens, your agent ID number always disappears. So you have to manually type it in before you send it to someone. I really like the longer overview. That's the one that I send people to, which is
24-minute one?
partner
Yeah.
full. I forget what the page is, but I start out with the full presentation. If someone doesn't want to watch that, they'll click over and do the 4-minute, but both of them are a little different. I just really had rather recruit someone that's going to spend 24 minutes watching a full presentation, because then they're more likely going to go spend the 3 hours that are necessary to get certified. If they sign up on a 4-minute video and that's it, they're probably not going to go through certification either. So
Yeah. That
yeah.
makes sense.
Uh-huh.
I like both videos, the 4 and the 24 minute, and I just wanted to confirm, did we, just use that for I know we have the partner link, and that's what I use, but I just wanted to make sure we didn't have to get them to the overview replay. So that's perfect. I was
Not at
concerned about
all.
the same
And
issues.
yeah, thank you for asking that and clarifying. The partner page is an updated presentation. It's, of course, David doing that presentation. So
Right.
if he tweaks it and makes changes, enhancements to it, then that partner page will get updated with the most current updated information. So the one that's on there now, I think, is from Tuesday a week ago. After some of the
Okay.
LMS inconsistencies that were pointed out, he made a tweak on that on Nick's presentation, and I noticed that immediately. So, yep, that's it. Partner page. That's where I do all of my recruiting.
Bingo.
There's only a handful of people in my team that actually got started because they went to a live presentation.
Okay.
Mhm.
Perfect. That's what
So
I
it works
need.
because
Thank
I'm
you.
one of the top recruiters in the company. I've got over 900 personally enrolled agents, and every one of
Congratulations.
them came through the partner page. So it works.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks for the questions. Congratulations again on proudly displaying that certificate of certified broker. Love it.
You get to win it. We
Yeah,
appreciate
that's
it.
right.
Thanks, Ellen.
You bet. Thank you. All right. Anything there in the chat that we need to address before we wrap up, Harlequin?
Yeah, there's a couple of different things. I've answered some of them, but other people may be interested in it. Maxine was asking, do we have funding for people who want to purchase an existing business? And
It depends. If they are not already in business, no, we don't have funding for startups. However, if someone is already in business and their current business meets our revenue requirements for funding in the amount that they need to purchase another business, then they could potentially get funding through us and use it to purchase another business, because we don't restrict the use of capital. All we restrict is they've got to meet our revenue requirements that apply to each and every person that's applying for funding.
okay, and then Penn put in here, additionally, David indicated that if you change your email address in the back office, it does not automatically change the email address for receiving marketing information. You have to change it there also. And I also added, if you change your email address in the back office, you also have to change it with Relevate in order to get paid, because that's how they confirm who you are.
That is true. And I'm going to go over here to point out something on where that update is. It's under, you go to the Broker Resource Center through your back office. There on the first page, on the Getting Started page. Let me go there and show you. Do screen share again real quick. Okay, I am in the Agent Resource Center. Okay, I went over here to Broker Resource Center tab after logging in. And again, this is a training account, so it doesn't have any of my personal information. I clicked on Broker Resource Center. It automatically opens on the Getting Started right page. If you update your email, you want to go down to the bottom here and it says subscribe to our DAC email list, broker updates. That's the marketing list that they're referring to. Whatever email is in the system is where you're going to receive the corporate updates, but marketing pages and all of that. I made a misspeak on that, on the difference between the two, Harlequin, but you want your email address updated in the back office and updating here. Also, you can update it simply by going to any of the emails that DAC sends out, and at the footer of the email, it gives you an opportunity to click here to update your preferences, and you can change your email there, and that'll keep it in the system. Same thing on mine. If you're getting my emails and you want to have those emails go to a different email address, just go to the footer of my emails, update your subscription, and change that email, and it'll automatically update in the system. I've got Ray's hand up again. Hey, Ray, what you got?
Hey, no, well, I hope I didn't confuse anybody when I was asking the question about the email marketing. So I was asking something totally different. I was reading the comments and everything. What I was mentioning was when he was talking about in the training that I was listening to about the email marketing, this is in reference to like emailing I think the Can-Am Act and your
Yeah, they
marketing to
can't, they can
clients.
spam. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what I was mentioning. So I just want to make sure what I was asking and explaining was not in reference to
Yeah,
relevant
yeah.
or anything like
Yeah,
that. So,
so that what you're referencing is outgoing email that you as an independent broker would be sending to a prospective client. That's
correct.
what you're talking about.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
question and the comment on the updating the email address, those are the email addresses that we're using to receive incoming email from DAC corporate. So,
Okay, yeah. I just didn't want what I was saying wasn't, confusing to anybody else.
nope, I think we're all good on that. But
Okay.
thank you for coming back with concern, which I love that about you. Okay. Anybody else? Any other questions there, Harlequin,
Yeah, we
before we
have
wrap
one
up?
more. Any tips for generating new business?
Yes. Go through the training and follow the warm market outreach. The most important thing that you can do, period, is to go through the people that you know. Go create a list of who do you know that if you're looking to build a team, who do you know that's entrepreneurial minded, who's a go-getter, who is great with people, who knows a lot of people. Go put those people on your list. If you're talking about funding, it needs to be your warm market. And a warm market doesn't necessarily have to be somebody that's in your phone. It may be the local restaurant that you visit on a regular basis and you see the owner when you're in there and they know you're a regular customer. You just go back in and talk to them and say, hey, I eat in here on a regular basis. I know I've seen you. I just want to introduce myself. Or maybe you already know them and you go in and you say, hey, I don't know if you know or not, but I'm now in the business funding space and wanted to make sure you're aware of that in case you have an opportunity to grow or expand and you're needing money that your bank can't help you with. I'm your go-to person to get you the absolute best offer available in the country. So everything is based on warm market. If we put ourselves in that cold market reach out strategy that so many new agents want to do and do cold market before they start talking to their warm market, then you're competing with all of these big companies that are putting billions of dollars into advertising, right? Because we're no different. The competitive edge that DAC has is the ability to have folks like me and you, feet on the street or boots on the street out here actively engaging with people in the local community and actively having conversations with people that they already have a relationship with. So that's really our competitive advantage, hands down, above any other company that's in the funding space. And that's why the partners that are on the DAC Bank Breezy funding platform, they love the DAC model because they know that we have that unique personal contact strategy versus just cold market advertising that all of the big guys are using. So that's the tip. All right. Anything else?
Yeah, I will say, don't do what somebody has been doing to me, and I've been getting text messages, saying, "Oh, hey, can I get you between 50,000 and 2 million today for your business?" And they don't even put their name. And I can't tell you how many text messages and email messages that I've gotten like that just in the last couple of days. So don't
Yep.
be that person,
Yep.
please.
However, I'll add a tweak to that or a twist to that. I had someone do that on insurance for me, saying, hey, open enrollment is coming up. Are you open to looking at seeing what rates are available for you? And I read the message. It was written really professionally. And I thought, sure. And I replied to him and I got a conversation started with him. And I actually met another insurance agent, because I'm an insurance broker. I met another agent who's really a go-getter, and we're doing some stuff together because they are aggressively reaching out and just simply asking a question to small business owners. And I liked their style. Talked to them on the phone a couple of times, and we've done some referrals back and forth. So it could be a new connection, but Harlequin's right for the most part. That's not what DAC teaches. That is against our texting rules unless you have a relationship with someone to be doing those texting. But you could turn that cold market strategy that somebody's using on you and turn it into an opportunity. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Well, and it's a totally different thing if they go and they say, "Hey, are you looking for, insurance or, or funding?" And they put their name in there. But these are people that they're not even putting their name.
Mm-hmm.
And they're saying, "Oh, have you gotten a response, have you gotten a response from your client about this funding?" And I'm like, "I never sent anything through you." So, yeah. They're just spamming me.
That's right. Most of those messages, I get messages that just say, hello. That's all they send. I don't respond. I hit delete because
Yeah.
they're baiting me, wanting me to have a conversation. But I did have an agent that did that. And then a few days later, they said, hey, I sent you a message the other day and you didn't answer. And I said, what'd your message say? And it said, hello. And I'm going, yeah, I deleted it. So be professional, do a proper greeting, and tell people who you are. So good point there, Harlequin. All right, guys. Well, thank y'all so much for showing up. And I'm going to put this on replay on it's already on there on our YouTube channel, but I'll send out the recording so folks on your team that did not join us tonight will be able to see it. All right. See you tomorrow on our team update at 11:30 for those of you that can be there. If not, watch the replay. Have a great evening, everyone.